Hey, I'm Mingo, and I have been living and traveling in Asia for over a year now. And I've mostly used this channel for some sort of experimental or performance art sort of things, which is fun. But I'm starting to experiment with some other kinds of content. And one of the things, since I'm traveling around, using a monopod to stabilize my video footage, I've kind of learned some things about monopods. And originally, like, this is the monopod that I would use. This is a relatively cheap monopod, the Manfrotto Element. It's fantastic for travel. I think if you are going to use a monopod and hand hold it, and you're stabilizing your footage, you want to use it as a boom or any of that sort of thing, like, this is all you need. It's super robust. It's got 5 risers, and so that you can go, as long as you need. And then also it packs up so small. This will go inside any backpack or suitcase, of course, or camera bag. You can put it inside, and generally I think in traveling, especially if you're traveling around Southeast Asia, like, you don't want to look like you have a camera bag full of expensive equipment. I like to keep a low profile. So you want something that you can put inside the bag, not strapped on the back, because this would just be advertising that you have a bag full of cameras. And so this is fantastic. The problem with it is that it won't, like, you can't let go of it, or your camera is going to fall and smash on the ground or off a cliff or off the edge of the building or whatever. Something really bad is going to happen to your equipment at the moment you just take a tiny step away. And that's super inconvenient, and it's very stifling when you're going around different places, especially if you're doing kind of travel log kind of thing, which I am interested in, or shooting yourself, which you kind of need a tripod, but who wants to pack a tripod? There are excellent travel tripods, but they're a hassle to set up. Monopods are a way better idea. So, of course, I've been influenced by YouTube videos, and so of course I bought a whole bunch of iFootage stuff. There's a few things that make iFootage better than other monopods, but they're not this part of the monopod. This part of the monopod, there's nothing better than this. This is as good as it gets. The thing that makes iFootage better is, one, this excellent tripod base, which will eliminate that problem of not being able to step away, not being able to take your hand off your camera to, change a filter or load a card or film or whatever it is you're doing with your camera. You need to be able to use your hands and not hold on to the monopod. And so this allows you to do that. This is a tiny tripod base. It's not super stable like a tripod, but it allows you to take your hands off of it and, put on an ND filter or whatever you need to do to your camera. And it also, if there's no wind and you're confident in your environment, etc., you can also step back and use it like a tripod. If you're just like a step or two away from your camera, it's not going to be a problem. It's just going to hold it very steady. And this new Cobra 3 tripod base is much more stable than the previous ones. It's really good. It packs up super small, and of course there's no problem putting this inside any kind of bag. The other thing that makes iFootage better than a lot of tripods is this quick release head that's on here. And this will allow you to put the monopod into this base in a quick release fashion so that it will click in and out super easily. And then you have the same thing on the top of the tripod or monopod, and it's a quick release for your ball head or whatever else you're putting on there, whatever kind of camera mount that you put on top of here. It allows you to quickly switch those out. And you can buy those separately. They thread off, and you can screw them onto anything, a small travel tripod, light stand, wherever you want to put a small, monopod-like head. You can use this to mount your stuff all over the place, and you can also have a bunch of different mounts that you can quickly replace. I have one for an action cam. I have one that's a small ball head. I have one that's kind of a Wimberley style monopod head, which is great for a telephoto or that sort of thing. So, I mean, these are fantastic, and this is good not just for the monopod, but all around your stuff. So that's why I finally, I used exclusively Gitzo tripods for when I was interested more in photography, and I only recently got into videography, kind of interested in doing some travelogue kinds of things and some art, performance art sort of things, which I'll definitely continue to put on this channel, even though nobody's really interested in it, because it's just so fun for me. But I'm also going to experiment with this kind of video and also some more informational kinds of video. So let me know if you like this. I don't really see myself doing tons of product reviews, but I do have some tips. So, okay, so here's the thing with iFootage and travel, though, is those monopods are not like this Manfrotto at all. They're enormous. They cannot fit in your backpack. They can't fit even in a lot of your luggage because they're long, and they just don't fit. I have a bunch of iFootage stuff, and I use it, but I don't like the length of them. They don't really make a travel tripod. They don't make anything like this, which is what I want. Now, could I adapt this to fit with iFootage stuff? Maybe. You can unthread the foot of a Manfrotto, but that's not a quarter 20 thread, so the adapter plates that they make for their quick release tripod heads won't fit in there. You might be able to adapt it, but it's going to be a hassle, and also the plate that they make is going to stick out in a really weird way. That's probably not that big a deal. You could certainly put a quick release receiver on the top. So this, I don't know, that may be something, if anybody knows what the pitch and size of this Manfrotto foot is, maybe you could tell me in the comments. There's probably an adapter you could screw in here, and that would be actually a great solution. So now that I look at it, I should definitely look into that. iFootage, if you're watching, you should definitely make a tripod like this. So anyway, I'm not going to pack around when I'm traveling to the Philippines or whatever. I'm not going to pack around a huge monopod and just have it strapped to the back of my bag or whatever. That's not going to work. So I kind of cast around. This is something they make. I have the tall one and the short one. So this is the exception. If we take off the base they sell this with, and again, I have a quick release on the circular base that they sell. This is a Cobra 2 tabletop monopod. It's really a fantastic little stand for a camera or a light if you're going to put it on a tabletop. And it's got adjustments. So this is not a full monopod, but it has adjustability. So wouldn't it be great if they made something like this that had 5 risers like the Manfrotto does and opened all the way? Yes, that would be perfect. They don't make this though, but they do make for the Cobra 3, or actually I think these might be Cobra 2s as well. But these are carbon fiber extension rods, and they do have like a nice slimmed down version of the quick release, and of course the foot built in. So you can take this is the Cobra 2 tabletop monopod, put a quick release on it, click this in, then you have adjustability. Okay, this still hasn't, you're still not at a full monopod. So what do? You get another one. So this is my travel solution. Yikes. What is going on? Yeah, you have to do that. You have to pull these all the way down. They're very stiff, which is good because they're not going to come undone once they're connected. And then you can pop them off really easily. But you have to like really brace it and go all the way with it. And then they hook in. So this is a nice long monopod. And then you have the quick release for whatever kind of, if you want to put a little tripod head on there, same thing. There's a little fluid head. I think this is the small rig fluid head. So then you've got a monopod, and then you can put the tripod base on it. Oops. And then you've got a monopod that is as good as any. And the thing about this one is it's pretty lightweight. You've got all the adjustability you need because this is all, this will be enough to adjust it to where you need it. You might be thinking, well, why couldn't I just get a bunch of these carbon rods and like 3 or 4 instead of 2 and just use those, and that would be even lighter. But then you wouldn't have the adjustability. So this Cobra 2 base is what you need to get that adjustability. So then you have the tripod base. You can put your camera on there, take your hands off. It's pretty stable. You wouldn't want to leave it in a high wind, but it's gonna, or in a crowd where somebody's gonna run into it. But like it basically is going to be fine for you to step back and do your filming or change stuff on your camera, whatever you want to do. And then you can pop these off and on and put whatever other kinds of I've got like 4 different heads that I'll use on a monopod, and so that's great. And I'm sure you know what the tripod base does. It will stand up straight like that, or you can step on the pedal and it will pivot all around so that you can do your monopod fluid movements. And of course you can use it as a boom as well. So that's the travel hack. And then the reason that's so great is because look how short these are. This is what you want for traveling, is this very small setup. We're gonna take out all the adjustments on the base and pop off the tripod head. These legs fold up, and this whole little kit will go very small into your suitcase or backpack or whatever. And this is, so these tubes are actually slightly longer than the Manfrotto. So, you know, again, if you don't want to take your hands off the monopod and you just want to hold it and you know, balance it on a point on the ground and not have the tripod base, then all you need is that Manfrotto Element. It's a really great one, and you don't need anything more. I've been using Gitzo supports my whole life. I was gonna buy a Gitzo monopod, and then of course all the YouTube channels hype, you know, IFootage to no end, and I sort of tiptoed into that world by buying the Cobra 2. But the stuff is really well made, and these quick release heads are excellent. They really work well, and they're super solid. I wasn't expecting it to be that good, and the Cobra 3 base is perfect. So I recommend it. This is a travel solution, and you know, so like I said though, the IFootage monopods themselves, the monopod part of it, don't really offer anything that other monopods offer, except that Cobra Strike, and they're coming out with a new Cobra 3 Strike with a quick lever on the side. Now that's an innovation on the monopod part of the whole system, and that really interests me. I've never seen one though. I don't know how well they work. I'd be a little curious. I definitely would want to see one before I bought it, because they're expensive, and you know, that mechanism, that whole mechanism, I'm not sure how, did I stop my my camera went dead. Anyway, get the iFootage. It's great.